Are you okay?
Cause my mother told me as a child, boy, don't play around with fire, cause you might just end up getting burned. And I know the wicked never rest, so I always try my best, but there's some lessons hard for me to learn.
Okay, we are so back. After Texas, I kind of needed both a physical and mental reset, hence why the content was kind of lacking on the YouTube. I couldn't really put in quality workouts, and I knew I was headed to New York to see some high school and college friends. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna chill for a little bit, but it's 6:02 a.m. on May 5th, and we're about to have an absolute great day. I'm so excited. Body's pretty much back to 100%, I'd say. We're getting back in just the usual groove. Grandma's is in 6-ish weeks, which feels weird that I'm just going from one to the next, but that's the name of the game, especially considering that my run off the bike, which I'm going to talk all about Ironman Texas at the end of the video, thoughts physically, mentally, and whatnot. I really want to prioritize just becoming a stronger runner. I think that's what I got to get down, so we're going to do everything we can to do that. But today we're not running at all, so I don't even know why I said that. We're going to start off with a chill recovery swim at Deep Eddy Pool. I don't think I've ever shot there before, so it'll be cool to get out there. Very aesthetically pleasing place. I love it so much. I think it's the oldest outdoor pool in Texas, so excited for that. After that, gonna head up to BPM to see Everin because I haven't seen anyone since the race. Say what's up. We're gonna do a leg day. I'm also gonna talk to you a little bit my thoughts on how I want to adjust my lifting schedule to accommodate for trying to become a better triathlete. So we'll get a good lift in up there, drive back down here. My phone is unfortunately broken. I say that now as it's turned on, but like every 2 minutes it just resets. So Apple Store visit needed. I'm also gonna have bike fitting today. So I'm bringing the Cervelo P5, the race bike that I use, Nick's old bike, to Austin Tri, and they're gonna fit me for my bike because the bigger frame is a 58. I definitely am not a 58, but I think I have longer legs, so I can accommodate. We'll have the guy talk it all through. So that'll be exciting to show off, and just how the purpose of a bike fit and how it can like benefit you for just being more efficient when you're biking. I am also going to do a bike workout, stationary bike workout, but that'll just be recovery spin, especially after a leg day, just to flush out the legs. But yeah, really, I have this week to get into a good groove up until Thursday, and then I'm heading back to Connecticut. Brother's graduating from college, get to celebrate that. And then when I come back, I think the 11th or the Monday, whatever that is, I'm here in Austin till Grandma, so we'll be fully dialed in. So this week, it's kind of a little bit of a accommodated training schedule, moving some stuff around, a lot of biking, swimming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and a lot of running the back half of the week. But nonetheless, let's go head to the pool. It's gonna be a great day. Yeah, phone just turned off. Looking at my calendar, decided to turn off. So Deep Eddy doesn't open till 8 a.m. Over my head. That's why we haven't filmed there before. I don't know how it works. So instead, we're gonna flip the script a little bit, hop on the bike first to get a warm up for our legs, and then shower, eat, drive up to BPN, and I'll swim a little bit later, maybe like late afternoon, high UV, get a good tan, you know the drill. So we're actually just gonna hop back inside. Thank God that we didn't drive anywhere, and just get started with the bike for today. Alright, I know this is probably the worst way to do this, but for convenience factor of keeping my bike just on the trainer at all times, this is how I move it. Just lift the front up. Oh, okay. Gotta move this bike first. Hold on. I literally just lift the front up and just move this like this. It saves so much time trying to get this bike on and off the trainer, in my opinion. With that being said, I do want to learn more about bikes, how to do everything with them, the specs of them all. Because right now I feel like I just ride them, pause. I want to be able to understand how they actually function. So today's workout, recovery bike ride, so it's only an hour and 15 minutes long. Most of it is in like zone 1. The highest watts I'm pushing is 235, and that's only for a 15-second burst. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds of 4 by 15 second bursts at 235 with, what is that, between 45 seconds at 170 in between, and then 8 minutes at 190, kind of blocks between each of the 4 rounds. So to fuel for this properly, what we're gonna do, since it is an easier effort, I'm almost gonna treat it as if the ride's only an hour long as opposed to an hour and 15. So I'm gonna do 1 bottle, I'm going to have 4 scoops of GONM in it, and 1 gel. So still holding that 104 grams of carbs per hour, but since it is, like I said, we're riding indoors, not doing a runoff after the 15 minutes, I'm not as worried about losing potentially more carbs by not fueling for it, because usually what I do is 104 grams of carbs, 1500 milligrams of sodium per hour. That's the fueling strategy. 4 scoops of GONM, 1 gel, this bike ride. Do you ever want to know how to mix GONM without it clumping up? You do a little bit of water, and then you do 1 scoop. Then you do a little bit more water. Then you do another scoop. See? You see where I'm getting at right here? And then you just keep doing that for as many scoops as you need. And then I personally keep the little metal shaker, the little ball in there because I think it helps. Some people do, some people don't. That's just me. Listen. If you're watching this video, first of all, I wish Gavin a happy graduation. That's a big deal. That's really cool. Second of all, why not us? Why can't we be up? That's what I'm saying. Can you make the edit for this recovery ride super intense for the first 10 seconds, and then it can just cut to like us talking? Yeah. Cool, thank you. I had to practice like mounting like I'm running in a race. It's like swing over. We're fucking going. Play like a banjo. This is what a recovery ride should look like. If you can play the ukulele while riding the bike, you're doing it right. Leading up to the Ironman, I did a week straight of no caffeine. So now anything I take has still no effect on me because I consume so much caffeine that, like, I felt so tired that whole week. Nice. Close it out. Sweet. Bam. 26 miles, 178 average watts, hour 15 of biking, a little ukulele, catching up with the man Gavin. Now it is 7:44, gotta be 7:45. Gonna, hopefully that's happening. Protein shake, Go Bar, make oats to have after I lift. I'm not like that hungry right now. I also just had, 104 grams of carbs, so I still feel super good. But I wanna have something for after I lift. Just having a little protein after every workout, always beneficial. So shower, make that, hit the road, and go see everyone at BPN. I'm stoked. I literally haven't seen them in 2 weeks, and I feel like that's the longest I haven't seen them since I moved here a year ago. So here's my thought process for the entire day. Drive up to BPN, work out, say what's up to everyone, grab supplements. From BPN, I'm gonna bring my bike with me because we're gonna go from BPN in Round Rock to Austin Tri in Austin, get the bike fit. After that, we're gonna go from there to Deep Eddy to swim. After that, phone call. After that, Apple Store. After that, come home, client calls. See, my phone is reset 20 times. But that's my thought process for the rest of the day. We'll see how quick the planet goes based on traffic and how much I choose to talk to people, because sometimes I don't know how to shut up, but we're gonna try and be efficient today. We're gonna try and get everything we need to get done. First shaker, 1.5 scoops of BPNs, milk and cookies protein powder. Second shaker, I'm gonna do a scoop of creatine, and then a scoop of Flight pre-workout. As always, super grateful for all of you guys for supporting me and for BPN for choosing to support me and allowing me to train full-time as an athlete. It's a dream of mine. I know I say it every single video, but I always want to acknowledge it. It's never something that I will be like desensitized to. This is still all so cool to me. So yeah, the fact that I get to live this life, do these things, go and see these people, it's so special to me. So thank you, everyone. And that's why I don't have a problem running around, training 3 times a day, because like I get to do this and it's such a fulfilling thing for me. So yeah, we're gonna go and have a great leg day now. I think I just like always end with like, we're gonna go and do this and it's gonna be great, but like, yeah, like that's how I look at it. Just like everything I get to do is really great to me. Time to get a worm, you know? Some early birds. Early birds get the worm. Get the hell inside, Joe. Just get this. Cut that out. Alright, so what I'm thinking is I want to make my lifts more athletic. I feel like I've said that for like a year now, but I'm gonna start, especially with my leg days. So for this whole Ironman prep, essentially, I would just do like 405 for 5 to 6 reps to maintain my strength, and then I do like Bulgarian split squats, single leg RDLs, like lighter weight for functionality. Like nothing felt like that intense outside of the squats. Now I want to add in like plyometric supersets to see how it goes. So for example, like with back squat today, I'm probably only going to work up to say like 315. I'm not going to use a belt. I'm not going to use straps. I'll do 315 for, you know, 3 by say 5 reps. And in between that, I'm going to have seated box jumps. And then I'll go and do barbell RDLs. And after that, I'll have, you know, that superset with broad jumps. I want to work on like being more athletic. And I feel like I don't do any jumping, any fast twitch muscle fiber stimulation outside of say like the track workouts that I do once a week. So I want to try and incorporate that more to see if that helps improve performance. So that's what we're going to do today.
Follow me to my favorite tree. Well, I'm offering a steady hand. I could be your security. There's no guarantee on anything.
So like this is like the superset we're working with today. And not every single leg day is going to be like this. I'm testing this out. A big thing that like I want to make all of my training and all of my YouTube with is Parker Kurth, triathlon coach. He's got my triathlon stuff dialed. Now I'm trying to figure out how do I get my strength training to complement my triathlon training, because a big part of this is like, yes, I very much could stop doing strength training altogether and only do triathlon training and probably benefit me a lot more in like big picture for Ironman and whatnot, but that's not who I am. Like I like to do like the all-encompassing lifting, running, everything like that. And I'm actually gonna start working with my PT, Jordan Tittle, because he's very smart when it comes to like the strength training and plyometric stuff. So I literally, after this week, probably when I meet with him tomorrow, I'm gonna go over how I can better structure my strength training. But I just wanna be an athlete. That's it at the end of the day. And although triathlon is like my biggest priority right now, I don't wanna give up weight training because I feel like this very much so can complement it if I do it in the right way. So it's a matter of figuring out how to do it the best way possible. But yeah, main set right now, 315 for probably 3 by 6 with seated box jumps, superset in between, 3 reps every set.
And I'll take care of you along the way. My love, one day at a time, will leave our troubles behind. And you'll take care of me along the way. My love, one day at a time, will leave our troubles behind. Here with you
What a workout. I think the definition of an efficient workout. 43 minutes, squat, box jumps, RDLs, single leg jumps, sled push, back extensions, calf raises, sandbag lunges. 8 exercises. My heart rate was like it says average heart rate 130. That was like almost a zone 2 just run the whole time. That's how I like it. Like sometimes you're working out with people, you're chatting, you're enjoying each other's presence. Other times it's like, go to work. And my mindset right now, after this Ironman, is like, I need to just work. I appreciate my progress. I'm so grateful for the fact that I PR'd by 48 minutes. But I just want to figure out how to be great. And I want to figure out how to get better consistently. I don't want it to be like luck. I don't want it because of the course. I want to be like consistently improving no matter where I'm racing, no matter what distance, no matter what I'm doing. I want to like always be learning more. That's the name of the game. That's like, I mean, I said it, but my favorite part about training and competing is like the day-to-day living. It's so mentally pleasing to me. Just get into a good rhythm. We're going from one thing to the next, training, trying to like understand better how I perform in different situations and different type of workouts. That's all I said, like this whole workout, I was just thinking like, how is this gonna make me a better swimmer? How is this gonna make me a better cyclist? How can I figure out how to run off the bike? So like little things like that. So the more I can learn about how to have my strength training complement my triathlon training, I think the more efficient I'm gonna become. At the end of the day, I'm 22 and I've been training like this for almost a year now. I'm 4 races in. I have so much more time to go. I literally have 3 more Ironman events this year. So if I can just continue to take away the lessons from each race, from all my training, and apply that to race day. Yeah, I love this quote right here. No one cares how hard you work, what do you achieve? That's what it's all about. You could be so committed to working really hard, but if you aren't putting yourself out there, if you aren't trying to test how hard you're working through a competition, through a business pitch, through anything like that. I don't want to get all like spiel right now, but it's like that post-workout clarity where I'm just like, I love to work, man, and I want to just keep getting better because that's the name of the game with life. Like, I will never be complacent with where I'm at. I'm very grateful for where I am, but how can I contribute to more to BPN? How can I become a better athlete? How can I become, you know, just a more well-rounded human being? That's all I'm trying to figure out at the end of the day. But great workout. Hop in the shower here. We're gonna go grab some subs, swing over to the office, say what's up to everyone. Time right now, I would check. Oh, 9:39. Hey, look at that, it's working. So bike fitting's about in an hour and a half. So we got a little bit of time to chit chat with everyone, but I just love these days where I just get into a groove, man. Just go from one thing to the next. It's so good. This is the place. If you ever have any questions about try stuff, this is the place.
It's kind of counterintuitive almost. Yeah. So to neutralize the seat.
It's time to go to the mall. I can't remember the last time I've been to a mall. I feel kind of like a clown walking around with my laptop, headphones, wallet, keys. I should probably just start wearing shorts that have pockets in it. That would be an easy solution. But I want them to tell me that my phone is so broken that I need to get a new one and they can just cover it. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, I get banned from this mall. So let's figure out what happens.
How did you get banned from the mall?
You know what? Use your discretion.
Okay.
I don't know if I use that term correctly. There's like a TikTok trend going on right now where people are making costumes and stuff with people. Alright guys, here we are. What's up YouTube? Watch is all good. 3,500 meter swim. It's gonna be warm up and the main set is 2 rounds through, but it's gonna be 4x100 swim, 4x100 pull, 4x100 pull with a pull buoy. And we're shooting that, so what is that? 2400s. Nothing too crazy, just getting back used to swimming again. Volume for swimming, I'm gonna keep this probably around 10K, 10 to 11K. I want to say, maybe closer to 12. I want to do something 3 times a week, essentially, even though we're in marathon prep right now, preparing for grandmas. The idea is swimming 3 times a week, biking 4 times a week, running 6 times a week. So we're still pseudo triathlon training for the most part because Worlds is my #1 priority for this year, but I want to run fast at grandma, so running is the name of the game. But off the board right now, swim for a little bit, go grab some food, go grab the phone. New goggles, shout out Roka, I appreciate you guys.
Baby, I'm coming back to your little shack in space. Angel roar, baby, I'm at your shore. Rose from the ocean floor to you. I've crossed the desert and the endless sea. I'm not the same as I
Bam! What up? That was a great swim. What the? This is my first like actual workout back. Last week I swam twice. Kind of just messing around, getting a feel for the water. 3,500 meters on a 126 per 100 meter average. 24 by 100. Like I could not ask for a better like first workout back. That was great. What time is it? 4:15. You've been so efficient today. That's so cool. Let's go get food though. I'm not that hungry, but I know Gavin is. He's the man. He's been walking around all day. Thanks, Gavin. I appreciate it. Let's get out of here. I need you to like censor this next part and me getting out of the pool, but. Alright, swim. Chick-fil-A, post swim. We burned a lot of calories today. Yeah. So, grilled chicken sandwich, 12-piece regular nuggets, large fry, lemonade. What up? That's it. I love it. I think I jinxed myself by saying that I'm so up about 30 times today. So restarted the phone, nothing works. It's like no cellular, so I have to go to AT&T now. Luckily we still have like an hour and a half till they close. I just feel so bad because I've had to just like redirect all my client calls for the day, but I genuinely have nothing I can do about it. But we're staying positive, control the controllables. I had about 16 Chick-fil-A nuggets while I was in there too. Everyone in the Apple Store was super chill, which was pretty rad. But we're gonna figure it out. Everything will be all good. Please. I've lost all my clients today. They all dropped me as a coach. I couldn't do anything about it. I peed myself 3 times today. I waited for my phone to get repaired. I'm so cooked. It won't let me connect to Wi-Fi. I'm done.
Alright, chat. Things are not looking good right now.
Chat, we're so good. They're saying I don't have an AT&T account. How does that work? And my wife's not responding.
So we'll just cut that out.
No, keep it.
Okay. Alright, nothing matters.
I'm cooked. Nothing matters. We're done for.
Yeah, we've been trying to get this solved for like almost 2 hours now.
6:54 p.m.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what's up. But you know what?
I'm down tremendously. There's nothing more to say.
We got to eat 30 Chick-fil-A nuggets in the Apple Store.
We did get to eat 30 Chick-fil-A nuggets in the Apple Store. You're so right. Today was not my day. Today started out my day. Today was not my day. I don't have a phone. I do have a phone. The box from Comet has fit in my trash can. We're doing too much. You know what, guys? Here's the when life gives you lemons. So that's gonna do for today's YouTube video. I don't know. I kind of just need to mentally decompress. It's 8:23. I think I'm gonna sleep for 0 hours and just contemplate my existence for the rest of the night. I'm gonna cut to the point where I'm on the couch right now. It's actually been so long since I've sat down and talked in front of the camera. I feel like I say that probably like once every 2 months because it ends up being so much chaos, so much busyness, and I end up missing a week, or in this case like 2.5 weeks of posting on YouTube. Totally my bad. I'm so sorry for everyone. I also want to say a massive shout out to Gavin, and if you're watching this, if you could go and comment on Gavin's Instagram wishing him a happy graduation. Even with all the chaos that he has with finals and with graduating college, he was like, I still want to get this video to you. Might take a day or two longer. I'm like, bro, take as long as you need. So please go congratulate Gavin. He makes all this possible and he is the absolute man. I said I wanted to talk about Ironman Texas, and to be honest, I had like a whole massive list written out of stuff that I wanted to go over for the Ironman Texas recap about everything that went wrong and how I wanted to do so much better. And I started to realize that I was focusing on the wrong thing in that recap, so I scrapped the whole video. And truthfully, I think I owe it a lot to every single person out there that chooses to support me. You guys have entirely shaped how I look at racing and how I look at competing. For the longest time, I was very much so hyper-focused on objective results. And don't get me wrong, as an athlete that looks to compete at the top of his age group and hopefully one day, you know, the top of the sport, that is still such an important thing. But I was always measuring success by what were my splits, what was my time, what was my placement, and that was it. I crossed that finish line in 10:07, knowing that I left so much on the table, and I threw myself a pity party for about 20 seconds before I bumped into a mom and her young son, and the mom asked if I could take a picture with her son. She said he was a huge fan. I looked at this kid, and instantly it became so clear to me why I do what I do, and that is for the people. My life that I live right now, that I am so fortunate to live, that I'm so beyond grateful to live, is entirely possible because strangers choose to believe in me as an individual, and they choose to support me to pursue my dream. And in taking that photo with that young kid, and then the many other people that came up to me afterwards and, you know, were so kind to me, it just began to become so evidently clear that people really don't care about the objective results, more about the subjective experience of how you treat them. And over this past week, I've realized just how much this effect of being authentically yourself and trying to inspire other people, being very honest when things go right, being very honest when things go wrong, how just like displaying your life in a very true way can have that effect on other people. And it sounds so weird to say, but you go on TikTok and you type in the Luke Hopkins effect, and I hope this doesn't come across as narcissistic at all, but there are so many videos, and I've looked at probably almost all of them. I gotta be so real. I sit up at night, I read comments, I scroll through, and it is so beyond cool that people are actively trying to change their entire life and to pursue an abstract dream, a scary dream that they may not even feel like they're currently ready for, because I'm just out here sitting on my couch talking to the camera. This is why I do what I do, and it's really helped me to take a step back and appreciate more of what I'm doing, because I could always get faster, I could always race more, but I won't always have the opportunity to stand with that boy and take that photo, or to reply to someone's comment on TikTok. You know, like, life is so temporary, and if you fail to acknowledge what is going on around you because you're so hyper focused on your own individual life, you're gonna look back on a lot of things and have a lot of regret. And as someone who spends a lot of time training every day, I've been really trying to make it so much more of a habit of mine to acknowledge everything around me, and to get out there and train with other people more, to just really appreciate how beautiful life is. Because if you have this just appreciation for life, if you have this love for who you are as a human being, how you're progressing in your life, it's really gonna become clear to other people, and you're gonna have this super positive effect on those around you. Like, I really encourage you all, next time you're out in public, next time you're at a grocery store or you're at a restaurant ordering food, be authentically yourself when talking to the cashier or to the hostess or to the waiter. But when they ask, how's your day going? And that's kind of in their nature to do so, just like as their role, you say, you know, I'm doing good, man, and then ask about them, and try and use their name and try and make them feel so very present, because these moments that we have with these individuals, you truly never know if you will ever cross paths with them again. So I really just encourage you all to be as present as possible and try to have the most positive effect you can have on other people. If I'm talking really fast, it's because it's 4 p.m. and my flight takes off at 6:30 p.m. My brother Jake graduates from college after 7 years of studying, and I'm so beyond happy for him. So I'm gonna head to the airport right now. But I wanna just say a massive thank you to you all so very much for everything that you've done for me, for allowing this to be my life. I am so happy for this upcoming summer, for the fact that I've been in Austin for a year. I look at my life right now, and genuinely there is nothing more that I could ever want. Just to be as present as I can in the day-to-day, to continue to meet you all out there who choose to support me and hear your stories and try and support you the best that I can. That's really all I can ask for these days. Everything else in my life is so beyond perfect, and I just have such an appreciation for every single one of you. So thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much for continuing to support me. We have so many just big goals, and I want to be doing this for so long. I want to have a future in sharing my life and, you know, my athletic endeavors, my business endeavors, and whatever else my life has. So yeah, this is just the start of everything. I've said it like maybe 100 times in the 4 days that have been this week, but I love just the idea of saying like we're so back for no apparent reason. But yeah, we're back, and I'm very fired up, and I'm very motivated, and I just have such a great appreciation for you all. So thank you so much. Code HOP for BPN, code HOP10 for Gymshark, Inner Flame, coaching, training plans all down below. Yeah, like life is so damn cool if you choose to acknowledge it. So I really just encourage you all, be a positive human being, leave a lasting effect on those around you, and go and enjoy it. So thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
'Cause my mother told me as a child,